This week, we begin at the state capitol where state leaders and lawmakers kicked off the 95th General Assembly. The session started on Monday with the swearing in of lawmakers, but it was Tuesday's State of the State address that got the attention of Arkansans.
Education, cost of living, public safety. Those are the priorities that have defined the first 2 years of my administration. And with your help, those are the priorities that will define the next 2 as well.
Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders laid out her plans for the session, introducing new ideas and reaffirming old initiatives. Some of the highlights: eliminating the grocery tax, expanding education access beyond college, continue focusing on maternal health, and pushing her plan to build a new prison and add more beds. And it was the push to eliminate Arkansas's grocery tax that really got people talking this week. But what exactly does that mean, and how will it impact you in our state? Rebecca Brown found out.
We can and we will eliminate it this session.
Every dollar matters to working Arkansans. That was the message Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders hit over and over again during Monday's State of the State address. And it's the idea that has her pushing lawmakers to end the state's grocery tax.
It will be a savings to consumers across the state of about $10.5 million. And so that's a big number. You know, it's money that goes right back in our customers' pockets.
Right now, the tax on groceries in the state is 1/8 of a cent. Steve Good with the Arkansas Retailers Association says while the idea is great for consumers, it could be costly to state entities.
Game and Fish, Parks and Tourism, Department of Heritage. So there will be about a $10.5 million shortfall with those 3 agencies.
Good is in a unique position as he also represents the Game and Fish Foundation. He says he recognizes the needs of the people in Arkansas, but hopes there can be a solution that's best for everyone.
I think Game and Fish gets 45% of that, about $4.5 million, and then the other 2 split the other 55%. And so, you know, hopefully the legislative body will work with those state agencies and figure out a way to replace those funds.
As for the driving factors behind the push to eliminate the tax, Associate Professor of Economics at UCA, Dr. Jeremy Horpethal, says the 2 biggest are cost of living and inflation.
Especially prices on food and groceries, those are up 23% over the past 4 years on average, and some things like eggs are up even more than that.
He says doing away with the tax could be a big help, especially for low-income families.
Lower income families will spend more of their income on groceries, so they're paying more of this tax than for another tax. So an income tax, that's paid more by high income people. This is going to be paid more by low income people. So I think she's using that term to kind of say, we've done things to help out higher income Arkansans. What can we do to help out middle and lower class now as well?
In Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, THV11 News.
Well, Rebecca actually got the chance to sit down with Governor Sanders this week where they discussed the proposal. They also talked about her plan to build a prison in Franklin County, among other topics she brought up during her State of the State address. You can find that full interview right now on our website. That's THV11.com and on our YouTube channel. But those weren't the only things talked about during the first week of the session. The Senate and the House started looking at bills and assigning them to committees. Democrats only make up a small part of Arkansas's House of Representatives, but they still have big hopes for this legislative session. Carter Thweets spoke with the House Minority Leader on 2 bills they filed to protect children online.
I believe we filed around 40 bills collectively. They came through me because I'm the Minority Leader, but they are ultimately by the caucus collectively.
House Minority Leader Andrew Collins says bills filed under his name this legislative session are a group effort by House Democrats. The bills cover a wide range of subjects, but generally the focus is on 4 different areas.
House Democrats developed 4 priorities entering the session: maternal health, public education, mental health, and defending our democracy.
And under the mental health umbrella, 2 different bills aimed at protecting kids in an increasingly online world. The first is known as the Arkansas Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act.
It makes sure that if you're collecting information from kids online, that the kid or the family has given consent. It also creates a mechanism for a family, a parent, or a child to erase personal information that there may be out there about their child online.
The second is known as the Arkansas Kids Online Safety Act, and among other things, it would put more responsibility on social media companies regarding how kids can use the platform. Collins says there's a lot of concern that smartphones and social media have impacted kids' mental health, and these bills could provide solutions.
I think we can have better outcomes for our kids, which really is paramount. It's most important to make sure that we're giving our kids the opportunity to lead healthy lives, and that starts with mental health.
As far as the bill's chances of passing, Collins says he's optimistic. He pointed to the fact that in her State of the State address yesterday, the governor said she wanted to take phones out of schools and blamed unrestricted phone and social media access for kids' mental health problems.
This is not a partisan issue, and my hope is that we can get some support and get these Arkansas bills done.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV11 News.
Both of those bills have gone through first and second readings and are now in a committee.